What's going on, everybody? How would the devil attack the church? Well, he'd probably masquerade as a member of the church and somebody that's got it right when no one else does. And then he'd probably convince other members of that church not to go after unbelievers and helping win souls for God, but to go after people that are believers. You need to see it for yourself. So if you call yourself a Christian because you have put your full faith and trust and love in God, in Jesus, whom he raised from the dead, here's the enemy.
We're dealing with people who think that they're Christians. And look, Protestants are the ones who I'm converting. That's who's being converted. I was forced to get online. Last night, I got about an hour of sleep. I'm not kidding. I got woken up and I was just electrocuted all night, and I would start doze off and I'd shock awake. So my brain does not work like it's supposed to, but I'm able to do what I'm doing on TikTok. Get TikTok, forget the rest. Set it. Okay, so 15 years of working Facebook, I don't know, 15 conversions, a year and a half on TikTok, over 100. Do I have your attention? Okay, it works, and I'm here to convince y'all to do the same thing, okay? I'm just being blunt. I want you to do this because it's working. I have never had this much fruit from a work. TikTok's bad. No, it's not. I can't go in church buildings. 11-hour drive, took a chance for 30 minutes to beg y'all to win some souls with me on TikTok. Baptism is essential for salvation. Who does he think he is? There it is. So you put that up there. You put that on the top above your head right there. Just stays there. People scrolling through, triggered. No, it's not. The thief on the, I will tell him, I will show him. All right, so you see where we're going with this. Reminds me, you've got to get on their good side, comfort them, make them receptive by saying things like, thank you so much for reading that. Thank you. Thank you. Blessed all of us by reading that passage. Thank you so much. You got to do that. You got to comfort them, and you give them power to mute people or to block people. You have to do this. Come to me. There's a group of us on TikTok, and we will get your back. We'll come and help support. So what is baptism for according to Acts 2:38? Yeah, but what about the thief on the cross? No. You're teaching works salvation. Christ sent me not to click. Yep, that's what it is. That's exactly what I do. Something really cool happens in the comments section. When it happens, the Christians just get in a feeding frenzy. They get so excited. Praise God, we love you. Because I practice this, 100 souls in a year and a half. I mean, imagine if I could get, I don't know, maybe 40 of you in here to do what I'm doing. How many of you guys have a phone? Yeah. Oh, look at all those pulpits. Oh, how many pulpits in this room? All right, let's say 40 of you are like, okay, I'll try it. And you're half as successful as I am. That's 2,000 Christians between the Christians and the people who think they're Christians. But that's who we're dealing with. We're dealing with people who think that they're Christians. And look, Protestants are the ones who I'm converting. That's who's being converted. It's the death, burial, and resurrection. You got somebody in the palm of your hand. You've taken away the thieves. Jesus did not say to you, today you will be with me in paradise. Jesus did not say to you, today you will be with me in paradise. I'm dealing with the Baptist, and I'll just put this up there. There are two different processes to become a Baptist than it is to become a Christian. I start at the top. I call the first one. If I get them, I try to convince them that this is the Lord's work and this is your responsibility, and I really try to get them convicted. I've tried to convince somebody who he didn't have any other options. I was like, just have your kid do it, like a child. It doesn't matter. There's no requirements on a baptizer, but two lost people baptized each other. That's how that works. The very first person who was baptized by one who was not a Christian. That's just a fact. Like, there was a time when there were no Christians. First person was baptized to become a Christian. They were baptized by somebody who was not a Christian. So Kevin, that he wanted me to, you have got to teach my Presbyterian pastor this. And look, oh, there's a woman preaching, not them. That's not the Lord's church. Oh, there's instruments up there. Oh, that's not the Lord's church. And you can rule them out with a couple of little layers like that. But there are some times when, people are just in a wasteland of you know, the Lord's church is just not everywhere. The Lord's church is just not everywhere. I did reach a dead end in Colorado on one guy one time. Just a straight up dead end. I never could get him with anybody. Nobody was within a couple hours, I don't think. I only have one subject at a time. My favorite is when I have one person who is lost, who thinks they're saved. That's what I really want. Sometimes if you have a Christian up, what'll happen is you lose the energy. There is a Jerry Springer aspect to people disagreeing, you know. So it can be a negative thing for you to have another Christian or 2, 3 Christians up with you that I convinced that she needed to be baptized for the forgiveness of sins. That one fell away. She had shallow roots. She fell away immediately. I don't know. It was almost like it was a show for her. It was almost like it was a show. So that's part of it, you know. It's part of the whole thing. Because I'm on their device that is in their hand every day, all day. So that's a comfort.